All right, we are live. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine wherever you are. And welcome to our live Q&A session of the Sonic Dance series. For those of you who are new to the Sonic Dance series, this is a series that I've been doing for the past few weeks. And every Thursday, I've released a video, which is a collaboration between myself and another dancer. So you're more than welcome to check them out on YouTube. And this last Thursday, we released a video with the most amazing dancer and artist, Sara Pizzi. So I'm actually gonna put it right now in the chat so you can all take a look at it, because if you haven't watched it, it's pretty recommended that you do, because this live Q&A is all about our piece and our collaboration. So let me just look at it and find it. Here we are. Here's the comment. Just putting the link. All right, so just put the link. Great. So our live Q&A is with Sara about our piece called Valuable. So I just put the link in the chat. So if you haven't watched it, this is your time to watch it, because we're going to share our experience and how we made this piece and how everything came together for you to experience it. You're more than welcome to type any questions you have in the chat for us. And yeah, let me just invite Sara to the chat. But maybe before I do it, last week we put out another video with this dancer Aika Takashima. It's also on YouTube, and I met Sara through Aika. So I'm just super happy that this small world of artists are getting together. And when I started talking to Sara about this project, our conversation just went out to so many beautiful alleys and paths that eventually we decided to make this piece valuable, which to me it's something really healing in a way, and a reminder to myself and to all of you that we are valuable. So with no further ado, let me introduce you this week's collaborator in the Sonic Dance series, Sara Pizzi. Woohoo! So the way I do it always takes a minute. Oh my God, I just shifted something in the lighting. That's cool. So let me add Sara. Yes, bringing Sara. Sara, you are about to enter this talk. You should receive something from me. Always takes a minute. Well, while we're trying to bring Sara to us, collaboration between myself. Always takes a minute. Well, while we're trying to bring Sara to us, Sara to us. Yes, hello everybody. I see Shachal, who's such a dear friend of mine, is watching. Makes my heart so warm, and other people that yes, everybody for watching. Once again, for you who just joined, we're talking about the Sonic Dance series, which is a collaboration between myself. And this week I collaborated with Sara, put together a beautiful video for all of you, which is called Valuable, and the link is in the first chat. And we're going to talk about it. So if you want to know what we're talking about, just take a quick look, watch our piece, and then come back to our chat so you're familiar. But how are you, Sara?
I'm doing so good. I'm so excited and so happy that I can be with you today, even if virtually. It's fine.
I know. Sara, you're from Italy.
Yeah.
Right? You're really from Italy, but where are you nowadays?
Right now, I am in New York City and Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Williamsburg, great. It's so good that you joined. So I know about you, Sara, but maybe you can share with our audience a bit about yourself.
Sure. So exactly as you said, and also as you can tell from my funny accent, I'm Italian, and I moved to NYC 4 years ago. So right now, I identify myself as a contemporary artist or dancer, but my approach to dance was completely different. So when I was 8 years old, I started to approach hip hop dance or commercial dance, as you want to call, and where I focus all my training. And when I was 16 years old, I also entered into a work team hip hop company where I performed for concerts, music video, and also I appeared in a national TV show here in Italy. And when I was 18 years old, actually my plan was to quit dance because in Italy, unfortunately, it's not possible to live as an artist. But actually, I'm still here and I'm so happy to still be able to say I'm still a dancer and an artist because I received a scholarship to move to New York City to dance just for 1 year in an academy. The name is Brother Dance Center in New York City. After that, I wanted to complete my study and I transferred to another school with another scholarship that the name is Paridance. And this is where I met when I met just in the corridor. I mean, I met you for the first time really like in your jam, but I saw you in Paridance and where I met Aika. And and from that school I graduated that summer. And in those 3 years, I've discovered my new voice, my new voice, and I decided to become a contemporary artist and dancers. And now I'm a performer of 3 contemporary dance company, local company, and I am co-director of a Pilates and a PT studio in New York City. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Invite me to the Pilates classes. I'll be there now.
And this is super good. And after I started my new journey of a new project company organization, let's say create my own space named SRPZ, where I'm collaborating with New York City dancer, artists, choreographer, photographers, musician as the wonderful SIVAN. And finally I have my little space to express myself. So this is who am I.
Wow. It's a lot of information and you're doing so much, Sara. I just gotta share with everybody that I've watched some of Sara's pieces and everyone is so interesting and has such depth to it that I recommend everybody to check her out. Maybe by the end of the session we'll put your YouTube link in the comments, or maybe I can do it while we're chatting here. So I just want to share with everybody that every collaboration with the Sonic Dance series is starting actually with a conversation between myself and the dancer. And at that time, it was the peak of Corona. It was a lot of time just being at home, not able to interact with anybody outside of your inner circle. And I was thinking about life and about who am I as an artist in so many aspects. So we were talking about this. I'm just looking at my notes. So when I was talking, I'm so sorry.
Okay. I didn't know if it's my phone or not.
No. This is what happens when your dad knows that you're going on a live Q&A on Facebook and he still calls you in the middle. So
Parents are parents. I said to my mom, please don't call me because I'm
yeah, maybe he will not call me. But anyway, if something happens, just stay with us, okay? I'll be right back with you. But anyway, back to our conversation. So when I was talking to Sarah was actually mentioning to me that she does a lot of research with psychology and how we are like influenced by so many things around us, and she wanted to express this like psychological aspect in many ways. Maybe you can just talk about that a little bit more, but from my understanding and how the conversation basically continued, is we actually want to express different things that we are interested in through our medium, if it's through music and dance. And I guess that psychologically wise, nowadays, it's hard to remember sometimes. I remember that we said that we need to remember ourselves in many ways, and sometimes for me we're so caught up in what we need to do, what we want to achieve, what we aspire to. It's always like this kind of movement to me, like forward, that sometimes we forget about now, about where we are now, and just appreciate this specific moment and cherish that moment, that even though we are in a journey, we want to cherish the moment that we are at and value it. And that's why we call our piece valuable, and remind everyone that we are valuable. By the way, people who are watching, if you have any questions for us about our creative process, feel free to write it in the chat. We're super open to share anything and talk about anything. Yeah, chat. So these are some of the things that got my attention and led me into this creative process. So I want to ask Sara to share with everybody, what was like one of the things that we chatted and just like got you hooked and into this piece? Like, what got your attention, the things that we spoke about?
I mean, one thing is like, how can I forget? Because it was a really inspiring and it was a really pleasurable conversation. Like sometimes I just remember like, wow, this is a really great talk. So yeah, I will just step back 1 second. And yeah, my mission as a human being, but almost all as an artist, because I have this gift of voice of being an artist, it is to normalize art. So to reconnect art with the ordinary people. So trying to kind of like pull down this wall that separate artists and ordinary people, and to empower minorities. And this was my drive to being passionate about this theme of being valuable. So, for example, I consider myself a spokeswoman of minority, LGBTQ+, immigrant, and artist. And for all my life as an artist, but also human being, I have to really fight with myself, but also society, and say, I am valuable. What am I doing is valuable. So, and like also each of us, like no matter what, no matter where, no matter who you are valuable. So, and yeah, as you said before, when I was in Italy, my experience, I work in a how can I call it, in a care house for mental health care. And this is why also before to receive this scholarship, I was thinking to quit dance to more like carry this kind of like, I don't know, to work more on it. But
Yeah.
because every time that I was working, that I was dropping from work, people said, "Oh, you're working with a weirdo, so be careful to do not be crazy." And it was really make me like heartbroken. Like, I think that no, those people are valuable. Like, everybody are valuable, and so so this was my aim, and this was my goal, to say that being different is not a shameless fault, but it is our best quality. And we have to remember every time that everybody are valuable, no matter what, no matter where, we are valuable. This is why I was so, I don't know, passionate. And when I speak with you, like, this is our starter point, that we don't have to forget that we are all valuable, and because we are also so different.
Right. And all of you who are watching, you are valuable. Yes. It's so hard to remember this all the time because the mind is so fixated on other things. So this is our mind that you are. So again, for those who didn't watch it, I recommend you now to go watch it, because I'm going to ask Sarah something that I'm so interested in. So, Sarah, you shot the video on, like, at the beach, right, in Coney Island. I don't remember in what month. What month?
We were like, do you remember when it was November? We were, yeah, it's still warm, but actually we dropped end of November and start of December, started to be freezing.
Yes.
This time.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, so we said that you wanted to do it on the beach. I don't even remember why, but it just felt now that I watching it, it makes total sense, but it's just feeling wise it makes sense. But do you remember why you decided?
Yeah, I was thinking before, and also I think that maybe I can express more later. But I don't, in this think of being valuable, if I think an element is like something like pure, it is inside our soul. And every time, so it's like I have to wash myself from the prejudice of the society. And if you think about just my soul, I feel like water. Let's purify ourselves with water to actually really be ourselves. And this is why when you also deliver to me the song and it started with this wonderful sound in the beginning, I was like, yeah, it is perfect. This is perfect. So this is why I was so committed about it.
Wow, yeah. So you guys, when Sarah called me when she was at the beach, I was with this gigantic coat, and she was filming with Alice, right?
Yeah.
Can you give her full name so people can check her out?
Yeah, sure. She's from Spain, so her pronunciation of the name is Alice, but it's Alice Castro. After
Okay.
Right in the chat.
All right. So Alice or Alice Castro filmed Sarah, and Sarah had this just simple dress that we chose. That just, I don't know, like you see it on you and you just see every curve of your body, which to me makes it so raw. And so here is Sarah, like, this is who she is, this is who we are. I have to know, please share with us, how was filming on that crazy cold day, going into the water with this like tiny dress? And actually my aunt, I talked to her yesterday and she saw Valuable and she told me, when did she film this? It was so freezing, you know? Like, how did she do this? So yeah, I'm dying to know.
Yeah, so yeah, if I can like say the truth, I really cannot lie. There, most of all, it was not just cold, it was so much windy, because we were in Coney Island under the pier, and I don't know why all the hair decided to just go in over there, and it was so windy that also I was thinking, I don't know if I can film with my hair down, but the wave is gonna go all over. And
Right.
yeah, it was really, and the water was freezing and I was dealing with wind, but most of all the waves. Maybe in the background you can see sometimes when I was in the water, I risked to fall many times because the water was so powerful. But as I said before, I love the concept. Like the water was literally speaking to me, and I was determined to film it. Also because I was like, I have to do it right now. I'm here. The videography is here. This is the time. Just let's do it. And also, like, I danced also in a worse condition. And when you really love something, you just do it unconditionally. Yeah, like I said, everybody in relationship, or also like everybody does something they're thinking about. You're like, how did I do it and why? But at the time, it makes totally sense. So
Yes.
yeah, it was harder, but it was a challenge also as a dancer. Like, how much are you committed to do it, even if outside it looks impossible? And yeah, I was just thinking, okay, this can be also like a metaphor of how much difficult can be to feel valuable and precious in this world where everybody are pushing you down and try to say no, you are not. This is what we're like, okay, just feel that the water, this weather, this crazy weather condition that you're like, no, you cannot dance. I'm like, no, you know what? I am valuable. I have the power and resilience to be valuable. So I will just do it. And yeah, when I dance, after the dance, I literally freeze my ass. I was like, I cannot move my ass. And also she was, please tell me stop. And after that, I just ran out of the wall and said, I am freezing. Oh my God, tell me that please you film it because I cannot do it again. But yeah, but in that moment, I was just living my moment, living my life.
No, incredible how you just immerse yourself into that moment. You look so calm and so accepting everything that's around you. So Sarah, did you choreograph this piece or
Okay.
tell me about the choreography process?
So I did not really choreograph the movement, like movement by movement, as I do usually. Most of all because I didn't know the weather condition and also how much mobility I had in the water. Also because maybe I was having maybe more calm water, but this time I cannot go. Like my idea was to immerse myself all over in the water, but the wind was too strong. So like let's figure out over there. But as I said before, and for I guess billion time, I was sure for since the first time that I wanted water and an arch, a journey. Water, as I said before, I didn't want to repeat again, but also because I live in the statement of if you are water, you can be everything because water is fixable, can fix to any situation. So I'm like, so literally be water. And also as I said before, purify, symbolize purification and also embracing yourself. So yeah, I wanted to start like as a journey of being a human being, entering in the world, in the society, of maybe with a lot of difficulties, and at the end enjoying the process. So even if outside is windy or whatever, or also in life, even if it is hard, just enjoy the process. Also because your voice was really like speaking to me of, because it was really graceful and joyful. So like yes, just enjoy. And at the end, when you touch the water, it is like embrace that you purify yourself from all of this water and just embrace that you are valuable because you are you and you're your only value and you're worthy.
Right. It makes so much sense now when you're saying it and after watching it, like now everything connects so well. By the way, people, if you're watching, we are talking about Valuable, which is a piece that we just released last Thursday with the amazing Sara Pizzi. It's part of a whole series called Sonic Dance series. And yeah, we're just talking about our creative process. If you haven't watched it, the link is in the first comment of this Facebook Live, so please check it out. And if you have any questions for us, please type them in the chat. So yeah, moving on. Yeah, I mean, thinking about the piece, there was just like this beautiful arc of just seeing your feet. And Alice, she took her sweet, beautiful time until she revealed you. So it's just like so simple, so earth, so grounding, and then you see just like you in your rawness. I'm just so in awe until this day how much courage and open-hearted you were at this time, and that's why it's such a pleasure to work with someone like Sarah, because like just immersing yourself into that. So I'm going back to my notes to see what that I haven't forgotten anything. Yeah, well, so we spoke about this question that I just had. So a question that I'm asking every artist in the Sonic Dance series is that this collaboration is just a beginning of this bigger like fantasy that I have, and which is to bring on stage my favorite musicians and my favorite dancers, and to do this show that is a collaboration between all of us. And I think that Sonic Dance series is just like a tiny plant, a tiny seed for this bigger plant and for this bigger collaboration. So, Sarah, how would you imagine doing valuable in a live setting where we don't have water, or maybe it's just a stage, you know? Would you add anything to it? How do you see it in a live concert setting?
I mean, I just cannot wait to perform it again, like on a stage, also because this piece is not for me, but it is for people. It's not like I am just valuable, just me. No, it's right to set a reminder that everybody are valuable. So to perform in front of an audience, so to deliver this message, like seeing like each human being, it's just gonna be amazing, just gonna be amazing. And yeah, unfortunately I cannot bring the ocean physically on stage but yeah, I guess that I will try to do it like through my movement, like keep like the like be still gentle and delicate, and yeah, and try to translate it maybe in a more choreographed piece instead to be, because of course I maybe, yeah, I can kind of create the same art but maybe with more movement. But yeah, we just keep the joyful, the graceful, and the peaceful of the movement. And yeah, and also why not maybe involving the audience, like letting feel like this sensation of like literally like touching the water and dance all together, maybe the valuable dance. I don't know,
I don't know. I think that we need to have a separate conversation and just to plan this. How do we interact with the audience? I think that's a great idea. And I've seen performances when they brought this gigantic like earth, mud to the stage, and this whole piece was in the mud. So I'm like, we can make this happen. We can bring some water into
okay.
this. I know. So yeah, I can't wait to perform live and to do this. But Sarah, do you have anything that you want to share, that you want to ask? If anybody is watching, want to ask us anything, this is your chance. So,
yeah. So while we are waiting that hopefully somebody is gonna write something in the chat, and if it's not, it's totally fine. I want to ask you, what was your process of creating this song? Because I felt so inspired since the first moment while we were having the conversation, and I knew that I wanted an arch, water, as I said. But what was your process, like before melody, song, all of this?
Every aspect of every video has this like healing. I don't know how to call it, like healing aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And I used to do like sound meditation to this like dance community in New York. And every time that I had to do the sound meditation, I would bring my kalimba. So if you were watching the video and the first thing that you hear is the sound of kalimba, which is like an African instrument. It's like metal things that creates the sound. And yeah, so I use this kalimba because it has such a healing sound to it. So if my memory serves me well, I think I just started with that. With this sound, recorded it a few times. And I was just thinking of you. I didn't really plan on having a specific melody or I don't know what. It was just the sound of the kalimba, thinking of all the things that we spoke about, that not only I am valuable, but you are valuable, and we are all valuable. It's not, it's talking everyone, nationwide. So I think that those words were so precious, and I just put a few words together, and I just improvised through it, doing the oohs, doing the ahs, and once that was completed, I heard the piece with just my performance, and I still felt that something was missing. So I called my amazing bass player collaborator, Sam Weber, and yeah, there was something more. It's not a regular bass that you hear on the recording. It's something like a hoop that is. It's like a keyboard that brings this effect to a more lower pattern. Like you can play with it. There's like sounds that you can add as well. So I asked him to send me a few takes, and just basically decide on the best one, the more suitable one, and I send it to you. But I think that every process comes from just thinking about what we talked about and starting with one sound, and then the rest just builds up very naturally on that. That was the process of making the music to our piece valuable, because I see that people are just joining in and out. So I always feel the need to remind people that we're talking about Valuable, which is a piece that Sara and I just created and released this last Thursday. First comment, so please check it out, and feel free to share any questions that you have with us. Yeah, Sara, is there anything you want to ask me before I go to the next thing that I want to talk about?
I mean, the only question that I had, but I guess that you already really widely answered, was because I already explained why I was so attached to the concept of being valuable. But I wanted to ask if you have anything else that you want to add about what it is your personal drive to say, yes, I am valuable.
My personal drive in the context of valuable?
Yeah, like to say, yeah, I'm valuable, because I already told
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think we spoke about it in the beginning. Yeah. That was very, very, very clear. But yeah, this has been such a treat to share this with you, Sara, and thank you to Sam and Alicia for being part of this. I'm sure it's just the beginning of an amazing collaboration, and Sara's doing so much. So many projects. Can you please share if you have anything coming up, where people can find you?
Sure. So of course you can find my works and also or my personal information on Facebook or YouTube channel, where I published my previous work and collaboration, and also on my Instagram. And I'm so happy that Aika Takeshima, the dancer of the last project, is helping me to build my website that I can share with you the link. For now, it's really raw, like really raw. We started like this week, so you can just see a few information, but it's like I will release the link. So in the future, if you want to know more about me, like biography, my resume, more projects, upcoming projects, you can find it over there. And yeah, the biggest new, like maybe for the people that did not join from the beginning, I opened my create space work that I name as RPZ, a place where I can express my voice, my work, when I can collaborate with other dancers, with amazing local dancer, international dancer. And one of the piece that I'm gonna release soon, the I don't want to say the title because I don't want to spoiler it, but the theme is about bipolar disorder, and the dancer is Aika Takeshima, always there. She's dancing.
Aika is just the best. She's
Yeah.
she's just the most amazing. You know. Please follow Sara. Please check her out. Actually, the first piece of Sonic Dance series, which is called Our Gift to the World, is premiering live today. Not with me, but with Nicola and Sophia. They're putting out. They're going to perform this piece on a platform called Be Create. So I'm gonna share it later on my story. So if anybody wants to see how they learned the piece, that they actually improvised everything. So they learned it, and now they're going to like perform it tonight. It's great. I recommend everyone to check it out. And next week on the Sonic Dance series, Thursday, we're releasing a piece called Nika's Fire, with featuring Nika Antoinette and the guitar player called Nando Pellegrino. My tongue is getting mixed with all the words. So yeah, so please stay tuned, share if you like what you see. We're happy to spread the word. Remember that we are valuable, and we love you. Thank you, Sara, so much for being here today, and thank you everybody for watching. Wish everybody a beautiful day.
Perfect.
Have a beautiful day, Sara. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you, and bye bye.
Besitos. Bye bye.